As they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got the first down and more. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 coming up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to him again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the ground, it's Roberts. At the 45 on his way. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Guys, the offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Brown wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Hurst. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Handoff to the lone back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Georgia State now has it in the red zone. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Turner. Fakes to grab.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Back to pass on 2nd down. On target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to take off. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Got his man quickly. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Defense in press coverage. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They'll immediately call timeout. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Brown will throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. I get breaking down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. He tries to take the top off. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air.
Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Atlanta. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too. Just
turning it on. He's inside the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Panthers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And they'll try to tack on two. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Marshall, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Little touch pass to the receiver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. At the 35, he's got room. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Allen. Inside the 40. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. The give on the option. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Got the first down. Looking for more. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Marshall quick to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Hurd! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with... in the studio, Kevin.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Brown wants to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. It's first and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Hold. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The offense set for a first down play. Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Smashes through the tackle. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you've got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Quickly to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch?
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead. Way ahead.
I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Dropping back, it's Turner. Time to take a shot. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Makes the catch. It's Roberts. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire! And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing to...
Breaks into the open. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the third quarter. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And as we start the fourth quarter, they'll try to knock three through the uprights. The field goal is no good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Using his legs, and Simmons. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can... To the air, it's Turner. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to change this route. On third down, he drops to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the move, it's Simmons. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Caught in the backfield. It's Simmons. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off the play fake. Heel off one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Looking left. Working the big fella to the corner. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Panthers are on the move. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Brown wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Let's send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he got loose. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. He'll pull it on the read. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. On the ground. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yeoman Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about send it downfield? And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Hold it. Offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback may change this route. Scanning the field, it's Turner. He's going to let it go. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Here's a throw downfield late. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. Now, thanks to that gamble and failure, a chance to tack a little extra onto the lead late. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Making side adjustments here. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's Pater late in the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Buys a little time. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Picked off. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to print the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is